kindergarten! How are you today? Did you enjoy making some math stories yesterday? I hope so. Today we are going to read some math problems here in Savvas and try to solve them together. Let's see what this problem is. It says, Carlos is thinking about some flowers he picked. Use counters to show how many pink and purple flowers he picked. How many flowers did he pick in all? Think about the problem. Write the number that tells how many, then use your fingers to show how you know. Ooh, that's a lot to remember. When I read a long problem, I like to read the whole thing and then go back and read again. But this time I will stop when it tells me one step. Carlos is thinking about some flowers he picked. Use counters to show how many pink and purple flowers he picked. So I am supposed to use counters. So I'm going to go here and pick up my counters. I need to show how many pink flowers and how many purple. I'll start with these red. And we use the red to show how many pink. How many pink flowers did he pick? Look at the picture. 1, 2. I will put down 2 counters. Ooh, how many purple flowers did he pick? 1, 2, 3. I will use yellow to show the purple flowers. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Now I can look back at the problem. It says, how many flowers did he pick in all? So we need to know how many in all. Oh, that means together. When we join the things together, we figure out how many there are in all. So I had 2 and 3. How many is that in all? We can count on. I have the number 2 in my head and I will count on from there. 2, 3, 4, 5. All together, that is 5. Think about the problem. I did that. Write the number that tells how many. I did that. Then use your fingers to show how you know. I can use my fingers like this. I will show 2 on one hand and 3 on the other. Then I put them together. 2 and 3 make 5. There we go. We solved the first one. I think we get a big star. Yay, us! Let's go to the next problem. Okay, this problem, I'm kind of in the way for, sorry. It says, Daniel sees 2 boats on the water. Then 2 more boats go out on the water. Use red and blue cubes to show how many boats are in each group. How many boats are there in all? Think about the problem. I can't read below my own head. So let me look in my book because I have that written down in my book too. Can you wait for me? You guys are so good at waiting. Thank you. There we go. Oh, it's not on this page. Oh, there it is. Think about the problem. Use your cubes or draw a picture to show how you know. I'm going to get out some cubes. It says use the red and blue cube, so I'll get my red. Now I've read the whole problem. I'm going to go back and read from the beginning to see what I need to do. Daniel sees 2 boats on the water. Then 2 more boats go out on the water. Use red and blue cubes to show how many boats are in each group. So he saw 2 boats, so I'm going to put 2 red cubes. And now I'm going to go get my blue cubes. I'll put 2 blue cubes. How many boats are there in all? Well, I can look at the picture. I see 2 red and 2 blue. 2 and 2 makes, how many is that? I can count either from the beginning or counting on. I like to count on. I'm going to put the 2 in my head and count up from there. 2, oops, let me get the pencil so you can watch me. 2, 3, 4. 4 in all. Then I had to think about the problem and write or draw. There we go. There are 4 in all. Good job doing this story. You get another star. Let's try another. Daniel sees 2 tomato plants. One has 2 green tomatoes. The other has 3 red tomatoes. Use counters to show the tomatoes on each plant. Write the number of tomatoes under each plant. How many tomatoes are there in all? Write the number and use counters to show how you know. That's like the first problem we did. We used counters. Daniel sees 2 tomato plants. One has 2 green tomatoes. The other has 3 red tomatoes. Use counters to show the tomatoes on each plant. Okay, so I got my counters out. One of the plants has 2 green tomatoes. 1, 2. The other plant has 3 red tomatoes. 1, 2, 3. There we go. So we have 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 3. Write the number of tomatoes under each plant. Ooh, under each plant. So I need to write 1 here. I think I'll have to write it to the side because my picture's in the way. 2 for that plant. 3 for this plant. How many tomatoes are there in all? I like to use a big circle to show that everything's together. So in all, we have 2 and 3. Let's count with the 2 in my head and count on 3, 4, 5. 5 in all. I wrote the number and I'm using counters to show how I know. Good. That is another star. Last one. Are you ready? Daniel counts 4 drums in a parade. Then he sees 1 more drum. What numbers do you add to find how many drums he sees in all? How can you show the adding? Ooh, this one's going to get a little trickier. Instead of just showing the numbers, we're going to write them in an adding sentence. Have you ever done that before? Yes, you have. I have seen you do it. This will be fun. Okay, this one says we can show it any way we want. I think I want to use, how about I just make a picture? I'll just use my pencil. I'm going to use purple. Daniel counts 4 drums in a parade. So I'm going to draw my drum. 1, 2, 3, 4. Those are the 4 drums that Daniel sees in the parade. I like my drums to have a stripe. It just looks nice. Then he sees 1 more drum. I'm going to change colors just so that's easy to see. Here's the next drum. He only sees 1 more, so that's easy to draw. What numbers do you add to find how many drums he sees in all? So I'm going to need to add. I see 4 drums here and 1 drum here. So what numbers do I add to see how many in all? I'm going to add 4 and 1 to see how many is that. Let's see, 4 with 1 more, 4, 1 more, that's 5. What symbols do I need to show adding? I need a plus sign and an equal sign. Plus equals. Let's say this whole math sentence. 4 plus 1 equals 5. Can you do that with me? 4 plus 1 equals 5. Very good. We did it. We did another one. We get a big star. Yay, us! Let's go back and see each problem. And we will write them in our 2 different ways to write problems. So we can write it. Let's go back. We'll show you. There I am. We can write it like this. I had 2 and 3 is 5. See? Just a sentence where I explain what was in the picture. 2 and 3 is 5. If I write it with a number sentence, it's 2 plus 3 equals 5. 2 plus 3 equals 5. Let's do the next one. I started with 2 again. But this time I didn't add 3. I had 2 and 2. 2 and 2 is how many? 4. 2 and 2 is 4. How would that look in the number sentence? 2 plus 2 equals 4. Nicely done. What about this one? Hey, this one looks familiar. 2 and 3 is 5. That's what we did for the first one too. 2 and 3 is 5. So 2 plus 3 equals 5. We could even do it that way. 2 plus 3 equals 5. And the last one, it's a 5 at the end, so I'm going to leave the 5s there. 4 and 1 is 5. 4 plus 1 equals 5. You are masters at listening to stories and solving the problems where we find out how many we have all together or when you add in more. Make sure you watch the other video to learn a fun math game, and I will see you soon. Bye!